Shall we play a game?
Rar Barchachos, we're live. It's been a long weekend. For those that are not in the know, I was not here Thursday because I had dinner with the family. It was a celebration. And then Friday turned out to be a interesting day. I got a new floofers, and she's in here now. She's back chilling somewhere. Her name is Luna. She is a Siberian Husky. She is adorable. She is the most cuddliest, softest thing in the world. And she is currently being segregated from the other two because there are still some tensions. So, enough about that. Let's get sound on this game. We're playing Autopsy Simulator tonight. It looks interesting. I love the idea. So let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. And let me just close that. I hate games when you click off screen it does that. That bothers me. And here we go. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Office of the Medical Examiner, Beatsville. Dr. Jack Hadman is speaking. How can I help you?
Good evening, this is Kate Brooks. I'm not sure if you remember me. A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious. For the last time. No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife. Damn journalists. They don't let me work. God damn it. I'm not in the best frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now. I'm feeling completely broken. Where did I leave my meds this time?
You know, let's look around. What do we got here?
They definitely pay me too little for this. They definitely pay me too little for this.
Hi, this is Kate Brooks, a reporter for the New Orleans Weekly. Couldn't find you at home. I'm starting to suspect you are avoiding me, Mr. Hanneman. Anyway, as you know, we'd like to write an... The hell does that say? Untied article? It's horrible handwriting. Commemorating your wife's achievements. We would be delighted to talk to you about it. Along with this note, I'm also leaving my business card. I hope to find you at home or at the office. How about piss off?
Stephen didn't clean up after himself. Again. He won't be needed for the next few months.
Excuse me. Goodness.
Wednesday. It's not my favorite day, although it's certainly better than Monday.
Oh. Goodness gracious. Got the sniffles. Yeah.
But the word is, the lab will be open tomorrow. Only useful when I need to clear leaves from the gutters. But why in the bathroom?
Does it have a working toilet? Come on. No. You can't walk around a mop. Okay. And pop a squat? Nope. Okay. Is there any lights in here? Oh my god. You can't turn on lights. Can I, Hey. 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 What a weird item to pick up in the bathroom.
Okay, time to pull myself together.
Pop some pills.
And get back to work. I need to set the camera first. This place is starting to look like a hoarder's dream, rather than a storage room.
Okay, folks, if this is where they do autopsies, damn. Oh, look, camera.
Now remember, Jack, don't forget, hit the record button this time.
Place it on the tripod in dissecting room. I'm assuming this is not the dissecting room.
But the word is, the lab will be open tomorrow. Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up.
This must be the 80s?
No, I just have to get everything in frame.
Oh my god. It's like Dogma and Alanis Morissette in her fuzzy box.
This should be fine. November 20th, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m.
91.
Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will have the dubious pleasure of following a full autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal. I wasn't sure it would amount to anything, but the World Wide Web has been a blessing for speeding up my work. Some of my previous cases, a reminder of more prosperous times.
That's a fax machine, kids. Fax machine.
Poor soul. I get cases like this more than any other.
The Easy Spin.
A considerable collection.
Okay, let's get Toby Chambers. Oh, the wrong chalkboard. Aye.
Let's start. Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
Upset stomach diarrhea.
The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something, like I do all the time.
Okay, so what's wrong with this picture already? That is not... Well, I guess it would be their right side. Okay, that makes more sense then. Never mind.
In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process. During your research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many entries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to yourself.
But it's fun talking to yourself. I do it all the time.
Now, on to the police folder. That will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened to them. So, let's take a closer look, shall we?
We shall. Okay.
The
Food coupons.
deceased's name is Tobias Chambers, locally known as Old Toby. Homeless and unemployed for at least a couple of years. The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station, where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows. The body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man. He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo. He was fired for being drunk and starting fights. His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased. Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket. That's it. It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure without gloves. Now it's our turn to take some pictures for our files. If I can just remember where I left the camera. It's in here somewhere. Aha! There you are. I knew it was here somewhere. As I mentioned at the beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in. We begin with a full body photo. Try and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame.
Can you zoom? What's wrong with you people?
Voila! Now we move on to the next step. Looking for traces. Take your time. Look at the corpse from different sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary. That's something interesting. It will be necessary to check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain.
Nipple shot? No? Okay. Oh.
Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and frostbite?
Look at those fingers. Look at these nappy toes. My God.
Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite, probably because the subject's shoes were too small.
Oh, his knees here. How can you not count that? I mean... I want to know why a Polaroid makes this noise. That's a lot of particulate to be floating around in a medical facility. I could have swore I zoomed on it from here.
The boiler healed wound. Looks old. I'll take a closer look later. In a moment, we will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data.
Edge, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. That's the head. Look, I'm not a pathologist. But if I need a reminder of what body part is what, I probably shouldn't be doing this.
Personal information. The deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay. As you can see, I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
What is my toolbar?
Wes just received a new follower on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Wes just received a new like on
Which
Twitter.
spot first? I can confirm the presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head. The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen. It looks like a burn mark, no doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case. Definitely a painful mix of frostbite, abrasions, and blisters. Old Toby had been wearing shoes too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all. Here we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color. So far, there are a lot of superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head. Let's go back to our notes.
Where's my clipboard? This? No.
First, I mark the location of the injuries and make notes for each one. So, the head wound. Definitely an important clue. This is something we'll investigate first. Even though this type of wound didn't contribute to the deceased's death, we're still required to record it. We're not in frost season yet, but high humidity, wind, and the inability to warm up can also be causes of frostbite.
Not that severe.
If Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period, the frostbite could have resulted from the body's defense reaction. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. As you can see, we don't have much to go on. Let's write down what preliminary causes of death we can think of. Various types of accidents are a common cause of death among the homeless and the elderly. Perhaps old Toby slipped and accidentally hit his head. This is of no interest to us. Considering the conditions in which he slept, his body may have become hypothermic. The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol, I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list. We still have one thing left from the basics: rigor mortis. Well, we take our deceased by the hand, gradually re-raise it, Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion? Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police information appears correct. Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this, I need an oscillating saw.
We're going in, kids.
The cut is made from ear to ear. After which, we remove the skin and the top of the skull. After the basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric. The brain looks good. Let's take a cross-section.
It's got physics. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Some pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now. Holding a long, narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
It's an agility game.
So far, so good. The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
It's Goofy Little Goober again, with random words!
We can rule the fatal accident out as well. Brain is in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs. I grab a scalpel from my kit. The incision should be in the shape of a letter Y. We use a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall. Alright, now we peel back and separate the skin. Now, we need to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this. Quite a satisfying crunch.
Did he just go?
After removing the cartilage tissue, we instantly notice two things. Firstly, there is no congestion of the internal organs.
He was a
This
smoker.
means that although the deceased was hypothermic, it didn't kill him. Secondly, the deceased smoked like a chimney. So, we should take a closer look at those lungs. We can see widespread black and tarry deposits caused by smoking cigarettes. Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation. What now? The syringe. Now's a good time. Specifically 3. From the eye, the heart, and the
Did you
bladder.
order a
I'm
brisket?
interested to see the concentration of alcohol in the body.
Well, let's first stick it in his eye.
Vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse.
And then into
5
his heart
milliliters from the left ventricle should do it.
and his thigh.
Left on the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. Now we take our samples to the centrifuge, but before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings. Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
Where'd you leave the notebook at, Jack? Is it back in your office? Hey, Basket. You want to see what I did Friday night instead of stream? You'll like it. I like it. Let's see if we can get it to happen. Luna. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Yes. Pretty girl. Look what I got. Come here. Look. What's this? What's that? What's that, baby? What? You don't want. I got a third pupper. Here, let's this is gonna minimize when I do this anyway, but I don't care. Look at that. Look at that puppers. Look at those eyes. Those eyes literally look into your soul. Look at her. Look at her. Her name is Luna. And she is the most cuddly of dogs. When she comes over to you, she rests against you. And then when you start petting her, she literally just melts. Like just... Yeah, Siberian Husky. Yeah, She is a year and a half old. She's hardly said anything so far, but she's new. She's unfortunately stuck in my office right now because Finn and Athena and her, it was a rough start because, you know, we got back late Friday night. Me and my daughter had to drive literally 3.5 hours to get her. And we didn't get up to where she was till almost 5:30, and we were with her for a good half an hour, just, you know, playing with her, seeing how she is. I mean, the very first second my first meeting with Luna is, this is a little tiny humane shelter way up north, and you come in the front door and it's got these chairs you sit in. So I'm sitting here waiting, and where she comes out is down the hallway through a door down that, you know, straight across from these chairs. And she's like, well, I'll go get her. And the one girl gets her and she brings her out, and she brings her, and at the end of the hallway, which is about 5 feet away, she undoes the leash, and Luna comes charging at me. About 3 feet from me, she does like a barrel roll on her back and slides in head first on her back to get the belly rub right away. And the minute she did that, I knew it was over, and I knew she was coming home. And then she's oh my God, she's so smart. Athena is smart. Athena's smart. This one just as smart, maybe smarter, I don't know. Just soft, cuddly, we're slowly getting him, you know, we're going out every day and doing the walks and trying to get them next to each other. I've never heard Athena do anything with another dog. She was not happy the first time. And then yesterday or Saturday, we're outside with them. We're trying to get them, they're all leashed up, and we're just trying to do more introductions and that kind of thing. And Finn, being the little butthole he is, starts barking, and he tries nipping, which Luna didn't like, so she starts, which I'd never heard yet. And Finn's barking, like Luna's in the middle, Athena's like kind of behind her, and Finn's over in front. He's barking at Luna because why not? And Athena thinks that, you know, she's answering back. She's angry, and Athena's right next to her, and she gets upset by this. And Athena was like, "Nope." It's like, "Rah!" And I'm like, "Oh my god!" So we had to break them up, separate them all out. So we started the walks. You know, let Luna follow Athena and Finn, and then, you know, kind of get closer and closer. And today was really good. So no growls, no yips, no nothing. So I think this one might take a little longer to get her integrated. And since there will be 3 of them now, there will be officially a pack. So I guess they need to figure out hierarchy. Like, I know for a fact that Finn is like the alpha between him and Athena. But with this one now, they're going to have to figure more out. So that was my Friday. Couldn't be more thrilled. Couldn't be more thrilled. Such a good dog. Such a good dog. Absolutely adorable. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Athena has 2 master's degrees. You wouldn't.
This whole thing is
That's not a joke.
covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime.
She is she's smart. How to break out of this vicious cycle. No, I didn't even look at this stuff. What's in here? I'm going right for the fun stuff. I could be missing on something important in here. Through all this. Little Jack Daniels. Did I read all the notes? Yep, read that one. Did I read this one?
They definitely pay me too little for this.
Okay. Let's go back into Tobey Maguire's room.
Let's get back to the examination.
Ooh, we get to play with a centrifuge. I like
We
centrifuges.
put all of the samples into the rotor. Now, we set the appropriate time and speed.
I don't even know what that is. Presence of alcohol in the blood. 15 minutes at 70% with 5 milliliter pipettes. 70% for 15 minutes.
Okay, let's roll.
Go. 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 Look like they're out of order. Without the...
Oh shit. The fuses again.
Stay here. Don't get up.
Where were we? Oh yes, the blood alcohol concentration.
Did I see something in the window? Like right here? I could have swore I saw something.
Let's see what we've got here. Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all.
It's not spoopy. So Toby wasn't drunk.
Let's go further. We will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart.
Mean the major part of the cardiovascular
We
system.
remove the organ and examine it closely. We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out as abnormal. At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death.
Okay.
Size is normal, healthy, pink color.
Over the stomach. It's a chicken.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Hey, Smobby, how you doing? It's a chicken.
As expected, the stomach has no major external damage. We must now cut it open and inspect inside.
Hope y'all can keep your dinner down, because this guy can't.
We will do it carefully so that its contents do not spill out. We open the stomach along the greater curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end. Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
I don't like that this is very slow. Like, I'm moving my mouse. I mean, I've got a 2-foot thing here, a mouse pad, and I'm going all the way to the damn top.
Okay, large amount of gas, small amounts of yellow, grayish food content, resembling some kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents.
That would be in his butt. Oh, did he choke?
There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck.
Yeah, let's look at the trachea. Yeah.
At first glance, the trachea looks normal.
Yeah, well, what's inside the trachea? Oh, look right there. Look right there. Trachea is blocked. I had to guess. He was drunk and he vomited. I bet you that's vomit for food. It would have been in the lungs. You're right. We pulled the lungs, but we didn't actually cut him open because he was a smoker. So we just noted that. But the lungs did look like a tasty brisket. Yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing that.
Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything.
I'm going to go
This
for
time we'll cut
cause
the
of
tray.
death. Drowning.
While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must make a precise incision. To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen. And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea.
Yep.
It's time to summarize the whole thing. Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his
Asphyxiation.
back. Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death. That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
That's right. Put them on their side when they pass out from drunk. Oh, I'm sure you can fingerprint vomit on some CSI show. They've got some magic for that. What a surprise. Wes is finally starting on time. Maybe he decided to step up his game after all those technical difficulties he always has, huh? Better late than never. Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, I got asphyxiation. Yep. I can't do anything else here, kids. I can't get out of the clipboard. Asphyxiation. Oh.
And
Accidental.
now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now, signature. The mystery is solved. But for us, this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up. For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin flaps.
Shouldn't we stuff everything back in first?
And then, we sew the deceased back up. I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Beautiful.
Did he say that at the most inappropriate time?
Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
Goodbye, deceased. You're missing your brain. Can we give the guy his damn head back? Seriously?
God, I'm tired. I'll drop these
Frozen
samples off
meat.
at the lab on the way to the bar.
Wow. Frozen meat. That's rough.
I'll call Steven. I don't feel like drinking alone today.
I bet you feel like drinking alone every day. What's this? Am I having a hallucination? What's this? It's Bob. Well, hello there, Wes. How are you? Yeah. He brought friends. Are you terrified? I'm terrified. Look at these goosebumps. That's insane. If you look carefully, the hair in my head is literally sticking up.
Forgive me.
Crazy.
What? Christ. What a dream. Fuck.
But we had meatballs last night and spaghetti.
Time flies, and probably doesn't have to get up to work.
Yeah, I mean...
It's been almost a year.
It's been 1 week since they looked at me.
It's always good to have something for a rainy day.
Holy crap, yeah it is.
I wasn't able to support her through this.
(9/21/1986). Do we have a kid?
Till death do us part.
Oh, look. 9/13/1980.
It was a miracle that the coffee didn't wash off the writing. And that she said yes. She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same day. She said it was for luck.
Poor Alice. Earrings. No, stop.
She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same day.
Stop.
She said it was for luck.
Look, I want to see the note. You mother-loving son of a bitch. Want to read the note. How many different places can you click on the earrings? Apparently too many. Okay. Can I open the drawers? Can I snoop in my own stuff? Who keeps t-shirts in a drawer? Shouldn't t-shirts be hung up? You're right, I didn't, well, I mean, I had a couple bites right here. Apparently I didn't like the meatballs, but I love the booze. And the turtleneck sweater. I hang up t-shirts. I got like 500. I don't have the drawer space for that.
Light everywhere. It hurts too much to look at these, but I can't throw them away. Some days, I just feel like setting fire to all this paperwork.
Painful memories. Examine at least 5 Alice-related items.
Some days, I just feel like setting fire to all this paperwork. I'm fed up with it. An indispensable element of every office. I should really try and read a few of these.
How could you not? I'm right here.
A pill a day keeps the defective Jack away.
It's clickable, but it's not clickable. Come on. Let me do it. Damn you, game. Don't.
I think I'll take a piss at work. At least their toilets will have been cleaned.
Okay, then.
It's a shame this won't help with my hangover.
Get a wriggle on.
The fucking phone.
The fucking phone.
Okay. I know I'm late. I'll be there soon. It's not like the dead are impatient.
Jack, no.
Alice? Who is this?
It's Charlotte Graves.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. I thought it was work calling.
It's okay. I hate it when work calls me at home, too. How is everything? We haven't talked since... you know.
Well, there are good days, and there are bad days. What can I say? At least I can hide away at work.
Well, you always were the most comfortable in the dissecting room. Listen, I have an unusual request.
Okay, how can I help?
It's nothing serious. I just wanted to ask, do you have any pictures of Alice? Maybe one where the two of us are together? I'd love to have something to remind me of her.
I guess. I'm not sure. I'll look through her things.
Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. All this can't be easy for you.
I'll get through it somehow. I've been meaning to sort through her stuff for a while. Have you asked Stephen if he has anything?
Yes, I spoke with him this morning. He said he gave everything to their mother and that I should ask you.
I see.
Jack, I know you're trying. That you cope somehow. Stephen's there for you. Although, well, we all know how he can be. But, I mean, if you wanted to reminisce about Alice, talk.
I really should go now. I overslept, I'm late for work, and I still have some errands to run on the way.
Oh. Okay, sure. Sorry to keep you.
I'll look for something and send it over. Thanks for the call, and bye.
Oh, do you have my address?
Not on hand. You'd best remind me again.
292 Browning Lane, apartment 432, Johnson City, New York, 13790.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me. Just miss her so much.
Yeah, me too. And that's okay. Really, no problem.
Thank you. Take care, Jack.
You too, Charlotte. It was nice to hear you.
Hi, floofers.
Well, that was a bit unexpected. I should probably find something to send.
Send her this crispy crisp. Tell her she really liked it.
The remnants of last night's binge with Stephen. I'm not sure if it's still edible.
God, I wish I could zoom. Wappy. Ah, mother of God. Who got it? Graham did. Basket, you've been usurped. You've been usurped. On the downside, you're getting old. On the plus side, unlike me, you won't start going bald. Happy birthday, my dear. That's Steven.
I still feel uneasy. At this time, Alice would probably be sick. They certainly have more will to live than I do.
Beautiful death. Oh, I don't know that it's going to be set up. The best I can do is do this. Luna! Come here, sweetie! Come over here! Come on, come on. Okay. Come here. Come on. Who's a good girl? Yes. Good job. Offers. Good offers. Look up here. Look. Say, hi, silly people. Hi. Come down. Let's go to bed. God damn. I gotta go do this. Her one characteristic, which is adorable but at the same time dangerous, is she is a jumper. She's a booper. So she doesn't jump like this. She jumps like at a mosh pit, head first, and wants to boop noses with you. And it is pure fur missile. It's fast and unexpected. She'll be sitting there, you'll be like, oh hi, and before you know it, she's like, boom. So, basket of puppets sounds cute. Puppy sounds cute. I bet even Wes wouldn't be able to resist their charm, although he might accidentally make them rage quit with it. Oh, shut up. It's fast and unexpected, like my love. It's Hero Smith. Learn Spanish. A quick beginner's course for holiday makers. Yes. Nothing says the holidays like learning Spanish.
Menu for today.
Oh, a bite to eat.
Dinner in town and takeaway coffee.
Let's see, we got beer. Greasy. That literally says greasy. Greasy mac and cheese. Find a photo of Alice in an envelope to send it to Charlotte. Okay. Why do I keep blacking out like that? Holy crap.
Some days, I just feel like setting fire to all this paperwork. I'm fed up with it.
Is there a particular photo I'm looking for? Like here? Oh, is it on the other side? What insane maniac has stickers all over the top of their TV. Okay, we looked at those. I don't think I keep photos in the kitchen. I mean, we know the guy's slightly insane, right? There we go.
Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam. It's hard to believe they've known each other for so long.
Okay, now we gotta find an envelope. You'd think you'd keep one.
It would be better if Charlotte had this. It deserves to be on display and not hidden in a drawer.
Like right there.
Okay, time to go to work. I'm seriously late.
I mean, post the letter in the mailbox.
I should grab some coffee and aspirin on the way.
He did say grab some coffee, not crap some coffee, right?
Alice used to joke that smoking near plants made cigarettes less harmful. These fluorescent tubes are brutal.
I'm gonna crap some coffee on the way.
Oh shit. Almost left the door open.
Oh, what was I thinking? Can everybody break into this spectacular place? Does the elevator work? Elevator works. Oh, that looks safe. Okay, what floor am I on? Gotta be at least on 2 or maybe 3. Can I go up? Let's go to 3. Nope. 2. Apparently I can't go to the 4th floor. I don't like that. Go to F for foyer. Okay, can you actually use the stairs? Oh my god, you can. Don't tease me with something there if I can't friggin' do it. I want to go to 4. I can't go to the 4th floor.
Standard correspondence consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and
Pablo
pious reminders about the
Kosak,
upcoming
Mike
end of the world.
Thomas, David's son, Jacob Orphan, Adalbert Stomach, Pauline Drummer, Matt Awake, Ulysses S. Grant, Agatha Martin, Justine Pavlovsky, T. Birch, Simon Redwolf, Charlie Hurried, Yuri Bulba, Catherine Rue, Michael Bones, Alice Mushroomer.
Standard correspondence consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world.
This is, I mean, where the hell do I... Nice. Is F the basement?
I hope this helps, Charlotte. Okay. All done here. Time to go. Huh?
Is this my car?
Damn. I forgot my jacket. Ah, well. I'll brave it for tonight. Too bad.
I really liked that jacket. It was a nice jacket.
Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here.
I'm really late for work. I left. It was morning. Holy crap. Nollins.
Good evening, Mr. Ridley.
Who the hell's Mr. Ridley?
The timesheet handman.
Oh.
Some corpses have more personality than this guy.
Break room? Nice. Here's pizza. Beef and cheese lasagna. That one's not greasy like my can at home. And I drink on the job. Can't crouch. And walk around the table. Is it Tom's tomato paste? Ketchup? Or is that blood? Or is it a teacup of wine? Nice red. Sounds like someone's in the shower in here.
Christ. Who leaves the window open in the middle?
It's lipstick. Okay, can I close it? Who needs fresh air? Exactly.
Hi, Jack. I dropped by a little early today. I left the body with Ridley in the corridor. He wasn't sitting in the locker then, so maybe he'll even throw him into the room. Well, how are you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's your first birthday without her, and... This, I still have a hangover, and you know me, I run to the John like the neighbor's fucking dog. You know, today I slipped on his shit again. That fucking furball. He always has to shit next to my car. Anyway, I can't come over in the evening, but we'll catch up on the weekend, okay? Bye. I almost forgot. Charlotte called me this morning. She asked about you, so answer your calls, Jack. This time it's not a reprimand for being late.
That's par for the course. I wonder when this clown will learn to look under his feet.
Alright, this is a euphemism that I've never heard before. You want to inspect your muffin?
Birthday. I actually forgot it was today. Alice baked me muffins like these every birthday. A treat for later. I always crave something sweet after a section. Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work.
I always crave something sweet after I tear a body open and dig through another deceased innards. Nothing says chocolate chip muffin. Office. Wrong way. Gaga's famous for bluffing with her muffin. Okay, where's my apron? Apparently we're gonna get messy, kids.
Ah, man. I remember you. You were on that talent show. What was your name again?
Eye gear. Okay,
I
let's
need
get
to
some
order another batch
gloves.
of these. I've got to remember to do that later. And that's the whole point. Steven laughs at me for recording everything. He says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than most of the creeps he's caught. November 21st, 1991. Time, 9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Lecture for the Medical University of Missouri. After yesterday's lecture, you should already know the ins and outs, so today we'll be consolidating our knowledge. So, where do I start? That's right, Billy's folder.
Okay, so he's the professor for this in Missouri, but I'm in Louisiana.
Ah, yes. Samantha Barker. Now remember, there's probably gonna be a lot of chatter about this. Found in her own apartment by police patrol. Officers were called by a concerned friend of the deceased, who had been unable to contact Barker for several days. During the interrogation, a friend of the deceased admitted that Samantha never got to grips with the sudden fame that came after winning such a high-profile talent show. When questioned, friends admitted that Samantha's last days before losing contact seemed extremely happy and relaxed. She also quit drinking alcohol and mentioned something about rehab. The friend also admits that there was no indication of an impending tragedy.
And the remarkable resemblance to Janis Joplin.
After her first album became a commercial success, she was hit with a creative drought. She suffered panic attacks and severe sleep problems. Drugs and medication came into play.
Phenobarbital.
The deceased was found in her own apartment, in a semi-recumbent position on an armchair. Large quantities of alcohol and empty packets of sleeping pills were also found in the apartment. Well, let's see what settled this matter. As you can see, the body is fully clothed. Therefore, before we move on to photographic documentation, we must remove the clothes. This
Time to
time,
get naked.
we don't have to focus on the clothes too much. However, there are cases where a clothing analysis can lead to the cause of death.
So, are we gonna cut them off or gently remove them? And we're gonna get the Alanis Morissette treatment here.
Okay.
Yep.
Now we can continue with the examination. Again, begin by taking photographs of the cadaver. I guarantee that over time it will cease being embarrassing for you.
It's funny because I'm not
First,
embarrassed about
we
anything.
photograph the whole body. And now, any suspicious-looking marks or wounds.
Looking for 5. Hold on a second.
Wes just received a new follower on Twitter. Someone retweeted the burr on Twitter.
Sorry, people need to come see the floofers. Okay. Definitely some
Interesting. Very
marks around the
uneven.
neck.
We need to investigate this.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yes, I've seen this many times. Well, there's even more here.
He's kind of creepy.
You don't get such bruises from a normal contusion. A few we will need to look into here.
Feet. Stomach bruises. Neck. Hanging mark. Right hand. Left arm. I like that. Like Solid Snake showed up. Alright, here we go.
Notes prepared. Time to take a closer look.
Notes are wrong. Body is now unclothed. Unclothed.
Some furrows have imprinted more strongly, others less, as if someone was, undecided. The number of bruises suggests that there may have been some kind of tussle.
And I can feel your hot breath right there, sweetie.
Such bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow or by some internal issues. And here's something interesting. The skin of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured. Others still contain fluid residue. More numerous blisters.
Remind me to see my eye doctor for my occasional pixelation. It's Alanis Morissette syndrome. If you ever seen Dogma, you know what Alanis Morissette and her fuzzy box look like.
We have some leads to investigate here. Let's write this down.
Okay.
On the neck of the deceased, we can see clear furrows, indicating that strangulation may be the probable cause of death. Given the condition of the deceased, it's difficult to tell immediately whether the bruises were the result of a struggle or perhaps the result of iron deficiency.
Bruising?
Currently, it's difficult to say whether the bruises were the result of a beating or whether it could be some kind of internal bleeding.
Scabbing?
In general, such blisters usually appear in the case of mechanical abrasions, but due to the place of occurrence, this should be excluded. The most likely cause of such skin changes is the high concentration of barbiturates in the body.
Bugs!
Although it's easier to have abrasions on your feet, but the number and size of the blisters suggests that it's probably a matter of barbiturate poisoning.
I'm pretty sure it's pixelated when they show her the first time. Or maybe I'm thinking of the video. Shit, I'm thinking of the video. There's an Alanis Morissette video where she's pixelated. Right? Now you're gonna make me look. Alright, goodbye screen. For the video for thank you. That's what I'm thinking of. Alright, possible causes of death.
A severed spinal cord, trauma to the larynx, or trachea will verify whether the hanging was the final nail in Miss Barker's coffin. The examination with a UV lamp will dispel some doubts. Potential attackers could have left traces. After examining the organs, we can easily verify whether there was internal bleeding or whether the deceased was suffering from something.
I mean, it's the same. You know what I mean?
I'll add barbiturates to the list of necessary tests, to be checked in the lab later. Given the testimony of the victim's friend, I add alcohol poisoning to the list of potential causes of Miss Barker's death. A blood test will no doubt quickly verify that hypothesis. But first I'll check for external traces. For this we use the good old UV lamp.
Is it in my toolkit? it is.
I look carefully at the whole body. UV rays will reveal any traces. The area around the head is empty.
Oots, 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 oots.
Torso. Empty, without marks. The left hand seems to be fine. No marks. Right hand clean. Legs. There's nothing here. Well, nothing to surprise us here. Now gently, we take the deceased by the hand.
Factor 50.
And we check for rigor mortis.
And
Again,
drop.
the hand falls freely. After yesterday, you should know what this means. Since we don't have a definitive lead, we will examine all the key organs one by one. So, I'm starting the internal inspection. I dissect the skin of the deceased. And I proceed to deflect the skin flaps. Compared with yesterday's body, the deceased has only trace amounts of adipose tissue. Now for the ribs.
Poppers.
What do we have here? Or rather, what don't we have? There is certainly no sign of internal bleeding. Sometimes regarding bruising, it doesn't take much. My wife was constantly banging into furniture, walking into door frames. That's a wonder she never broke anything. Before I disembowel the deceased, I will take samples for toxicological tests to determine the alcohol content in the body. I just need my syringe. Just all done. I'll transfer these to the centrifuge. What was it? 1570? My
Yes.
old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
Why do I need a notebook when I know what it is?
Maybe one day I won't need my notebook.
You literally said
Numbers
it's
have never been
1570.
my strong point. It's probably why I regularly forgot birthdays and anniversaries. I'm lucky Alice always forgave me.
Are we looking for alcohol? Yes, 1570. Load up the blood. In a weird order to where it seems
Gently does it with this
uneven.
old thing. Handle with kid gloves. I'm starting the centrifuge. Let's see what results come out.
$5 as power goes out.
The laboratory is already open, so... Fucking hell! Ridley! Mr. Ridley! Where is he? The fuses need resetting. Fuck it. I'll do it myself. I
Okay.
swear there was a flashlight in here.
Should an autopsy room be this dusty? Just saying. I can't see jack shit.
Scalpel, scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
Okay, do I get a... can't check the breakers if I can't see jack shit.
Whatever. I know where the switches are anyway.
Okay.
First the right, and then the left. And voila.
Right one first.
What? What the? Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't I work in peace? Jack Hanman speaking.
Easy, why so rude?
Steve?
Hey, Swappy, have a good
Sorry,
night, man.
This place is falling apart, and Ridley won't even lift a finger to help. You just can't work here.
Did the centrifuge strip the fuses again?
Yeah, eventually everything's gonna go up in smoke.
Look on the bright side. It's a free cremation with your autopsy.
Jesus, stop it. That shit pisses me off.
Okay, sorry, Jack. Anyway, I'm calling to ask how the autopsy's going. Soon there'll be journalists sniffing around for info, so we'd best be ready.
I'll whiz through this in a couple of hours. It doesn't look like a complicated case to me. More of a formality. The report will be available in the morning.
Sounds great. Thanks. Phew! How's your head?
Well, my head seems better than yours. On the way to work.
Holy fuck. Jack, turn on the radio.
What? What's happening?
Quiet.
A 3-car police convoy was involved in an accident near Pete's Bay Bridge while transporting prisoners to Orleans Parish Prison. At the moment, we do not know the exact number of victims or whether any of the convicts escaped. However, the scale of the accident indicates a large number of victims, possibly even fatal ones. Police are on their way to investigate the incident and secure the area. We know that the injured prisoners are on death row. The police were to transport them to their execution, which was to take place tomorrow morning. Many of them are very dangerous criminals. We will report on the matter on an ongoing basis, so stay tuned with us.
What? Was... Steven... Was Red Pete one of the passengers? He was, wasn't he? What if he survived?
Jack, I have to go. They want me on site.
What if he survived?
I gotta go. Talk to you later, okay?
Fuck. Calm down, Jack. Pills. I need my pills. You heard him, Jack.
Who the hell's Red Pete?
Lots of victims. He's definitely dead.
Bless you.
Yes. Nothing's going to happen.
Did he just take his pills wearing the bloody gloves?
Christ. I've got to get back to work. What?
Hi, Jack. It's Cuban Pete.
Technical break. At least I know I can pursue a career as a janitor if I need to. My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy. Fucking hell! Alright, let's see if we were able to get anything out of this piece of crap. And miraculously, yes. The samples did spin. I'll transfer them to the chromograph in the lab.
Okay, where is the rack? What are you doing?
It's been a while since the eye wash in this thing was changed. It's probably a health hazard now.
Lab.
All right, let's load this up.
There's the rack.
I placed the test tubes in the rack.
Take the pipette.
Now, just take 5 milliliters from each. Precisely. And the next.
Shouldn't I change the pipette?
Five more. We put the prepared sample into the machine. Let's see what we have here. The results indicate that the deceased did consume alcohol shortly before her death. However, this is not an amount that could cause poisoning leading to death. Just slight
Hi, baby.
inebriation.
How are you? Hmm? I can't right now. I can't. Hello. Yes, I can't. I can't say hello to everybody.
I can return to the body and continue the rest of the examination.
I walk through doors.
The chromatograph results show that we can eliminate alcohol poisoning from our list of potential causes of death. However, remember that alcohol can affect the functioning of the entire body. It disturbs the heart rhythm, accelerating its rate, and dilutes the blood, which may result in more severe bleeding in the event of an accident. Also remember that alcohol affects the metabolism of drugs in the liver, which I'll now look at in more detail. First, I'll pick up the syringe again. I'll take samples from the liver and the heart to test the concentration of
Took
barbiturates
ones
in
from the heart
body.
already.
That's enough. I'll do the test later. I'd best not try my luck with the centrifuge right now. Now I removed the liver. No lesions. However, it is slightly enlarged. Perhaps it's a slight inflammation or drug-induced damage. It may also be the result of the deposition of substances from drugs. Let's check the weight of the organ. The weight is 1,300 grams. The liver is enlarged.
It's a ghost liver?
I'll move on to a cross-sectional study. Perhaps the enlargement is the result of early cancerous changes. The blade glides through smoothly. I don't feel like I'm encountering any changes with an unusual structure. No steatosis or cirrhosis. The liver is actually quite clean inside.
Hmm.
The liver is basically healthy. We already know that the deceased didn't abuse alcohol. The question is, what about drugs or other substances? I move on to the heart. Oh.
Yeah, there's damage
At
there.
a glance, we can see signs of a heart attack. The deceased is definitely too young to have a heart attack due to natural causes. The liver is enlarged, not from alcohol poisoning, and the heart looks like it has collapsed. So, I guess we need to go to the centrifuge and check for these barbiturates.
Yeah.
The last time I saw this kind of poisoning was a few years ago. I better check the data in my notebook. He was a middle-aged guy. He took his medication and forgot about it. So, he took another pill. He forgot again and took
10
another
minutes
one.
at 75%.
Until he took the last one. That's why it's better to have amnesic drugs in boxes labeled with the days of the week. This sort of thing rarely happens anymore. Doctors tend to prescribe benzodiazepines. They are safer, but still shouldn't be combined with alcohol.
10 minutes, 75.
All right. We close the centrifuge and pray that it doesn't trip anything again. It looks like our luck is in. We can take the samples to the lab now. I wonder how she was able to get hold of these drugs.
Rockstar getting drugs? What?
Okay, 2 samples this time. 6 milliliters each. Well, let's see how much of it we find. Nothing surprising. Significant amounts of phenobarbital metabolites of hepatic origin. Looks like I'll have to check the contents of the deceased's stomach. The tests showed that the collected blood contained enough barbiturates to cause cardiopulmonary collapse. The question now is whether it was an accident or a deliberate act. I'm proceeding to examine the stomach. Before extraction, I ligate the entire organ to prevent its contents from spilling out. Okay, I'm now cutting out the organ, which will move to the board for dissection. Normally, the stomach and intestines are full of surprises. Not this time.
Pills,
We see
pills,
remnants
pills.
of undigested food and a dense mass of pills. You don't take this many drugs by accident.
Unless it's suicide, then you kind of do.
Length and width normal. No obvious pathological changes. Undigested drugs found in the stomach of the deceased. The direct cause of death was probably an overdose. I'll check the rest of the organs, and then the nervous system. We'll see how significant the marks on the neck. Lungs are normal, no lesions. The deceased's trachea is normal. Complete patency. No, the deceased's intestine is normal. No clear pathological changes. Abdominal cavity checked off. We can check the brain. I make a cut to open the lid of the victim's skull and remove the brain.
That sounds wet.
Brain is
Watch it
normal.
wiggle.
No obvious lesions.
See
All
it
right. I need to
jiggle.
dissect it on a board.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Using a knife, I carefully cut through the brain tissue. I peek inside a bit, and... I don't think there's anything worth noting. As expected, the deceased's brain is in excellent condition. No discoloration or
was.
changes due to hypoxia. There is still the matter of the marks on the neck. They look superficial, but who knows? Maybe the spinal cord has been severed. I need goggles and a saber saw. I think the goggles were in the desk drawer. Oh, they're out there. Alice. Some of my previous cases, a reminder of more prosperous times. Saw. I need saw. Fuck. I don't see it here. Oh. I know. I probably left it in the basement after its last cleaning. Mr. Ridley, I need a key to the basement.
It's in the social room.
Why is the key lying in the... never mind. Thank you.
Hey, Hammond. Did you hear about the convoy? Well, maybe you'll get a chance to relive your glory days and catch Red Beat again, huh?
Let's hope there won't be a need for that. If only he could put that much enthusiasm into his work. I get the feeling that searching through this rubbish is more pathogenic than working with corpses. Please, may this be the last trip.
I don't know where the basement is.
Fuck. Why did the prison convoy have to get into an accident? Jack, take a deep breath. Deep, pleasantly cool breath. You're nearly finished with the autopsy. Then you can go home and rest.
I don't know where the damn basement is. Ugh. Let me oscillate the fan here. It's getting a bit toasty in this room. Wow.
I'll take the saw. Fuck! It's jammed! Doesn't anyone do maintenance around here? Damn hatch. Damn red Pete. Will I ever again? Will I ever be free, motherfucker? If only.
When the guy curses, he kind of has a slight H. John Benjamin sound to his voice. Larry.
It would be easier if I put things away properly. Ugh, damn student lectures and their fucking props.
Want to close the door or just leave it wide open for anyone to go down there?
And like clockwork, he's already sleeping. Sorry for the short interruption. I hope you all took the opportunity to grab some coffee. And now that I have everything I need, I'll move on to revealing the spinal cord.
Oh, you gotta do it at each circle. Nice. Son of a
The spine
bitch!
is I can see that the spinal cord was not severed. This shows that apart from the marks around the neck, hanging didn't negatively affect the condition of the deceased. Ladies and gentlemen, almost over. Now, to sum up and tidy away the body. The direct cause of Samantha Barker's death was a heart attack resulting from an overdose of barbiturates. Traces found on the body suggest that the overdose was a deliberate act, following a failed attempt to hang herself. The autopsy found no evidence or genetic materials indicating that death could have been the result of an attack. Third-party involvement must be excluded. Autograph, and we can start sewing. In the 1950s and 1960s, the use of barbiturates for suicide was actually quite common. I think it was most talked about after the death of Marilyn Monroe. At home, it was a help and comfort. On death row, a farewell to the convicts. Well, we're done for today. Thank you for your attention. Tiring day. I can feel those hunger pains coming on. I guess I'll have to pick something up along the way. Gloves in the trash, leave the apron for cleaning. Now I can go. Camera. I didn't turn it off. A nightcap will do me good.
But, like, right here, I can turn it off. Really, it's not a big deal. Or not.
Good night, Mr. Ridley. The police will pick up the body and accompanying documentation in the morning.
Sure.
I guess there are actually two things in this world you can be certain of. Death and Ridley's reluctant attitude. Alright, maybe three things. My whiskey on the rocks.
Still wearing my
when I get
gloves.
home.
The hell's wrong with me?
So cold. I guess I should have brought my jacket to work. This block can be quite intimidating when it's so quiet. Almost there. Stephen didn't want to go out for a drink tonight, so I'll drink my whiskey in the company of my TV. Shit. I forgot the muffin. Well, Ridley will have a nice treat for the night. I'm sure he'll be his happy self tomorrow.
I want to go to the 4th floor. Do I live on 3? I don't know. I don't live there.
What? What? What the fuck? But I locked it. I'm sure of it.
Chapter 1 in the books.
Who the fuck did this? I don't have anything valuable. Money. They must have stolen the money.
That would be valuable.
Fuck! Great. That's all I need. I wasn't able to support her through this. She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same day. She said it was for luck. These were from Thanksgiving. Stephen invited me. I was going to give them to his mother, but then I met Alice. That was the first time I saw
So they
her.
took the money and the ring.
Where? I need my pills. I can't get my thoughts together. Okay. I'm gonna have to report this to the police. Christ. Why did the neighbors not report anything? I'm calling Stephen.
Stephen, a cop.
Stephen?
Now, Jack, I told you, I'm going for a drink with you for another night in a row.
That's not why I'm ringing. Although I could do with one. Someone broke into my apartment.
What? Did anyone see anything? Have you called the police yet?
No, I don't think so. Anyway, no one contacted me. As for the police, I'm calling right now, officer.
All right. Do you want me to head round? Look for any trace evidence?
I don't know. No, I guess not. Honestly, I don't have the strength to deal with it right now. I just want to lie down.
Are you sure? Because it's no trouble at all.
I think so. I'm sorry. I just wanted to calm down a bit. I don't know. That's probably some stupid joke. Only money was stolen.
Money? From Alice's box? Oh, fuck. Listen, I can come over. I have the key. I'll drop by, do what I need to do, and you go get some sleep.
No, don't trouble yourself. Lately, I've been just so tired and distracted. I don't know. Maybe I forgot to close the apartment door on my way to work. If anything else is missing, I'll let you know and call the police.
All right. Just make sure you close it tonight. If you see anything weird tomorrow, let me know. whoever did this may be watching you.
I don't think anyone is dumb enough to come back.
You're probably right. Take care, Jack. If you need anything, call me.
I promise I will. Thanks, Stephen. Sorry to bother you again. I've just been all over the place lately.
It's not a problem. Good night, Jack.
Good night.
Okay, so how in the world did Steven know that the money was in her box? Not literally, you know what I mean.
What? I guess I should clean this shit up. Where to start? There you go. To be honest, I could leave it like this.
No,
I still
clean your
don't
shit up.
understand why Alice liked this painting so much. I'm glad this didn't break.
Jack, why?
I think I'm just tired. Maybe I could barricade the door with this. I should pack this thing away. I have no interest in DIY at the moment. Now I'm sure I won't get caught up in these papers. Alice's family should really have some of these. That's enough for now. Jeez, I'm exhausted. I'll get the rest in the morning. It seems like the burglar wasn't looking for anything here. Actually, I'm not surprised.
Mister, I'll get the rest in the morning. Clean up Jack's apartment after or something. Too quick. All right. I think we're going to call it early tonight and pick this up again another night. I'm going to play with the floofers, get her outside. Come here, sweetie. Come here. Say bye to everybody. Come here. Come up. Up. No? You want to come here? You want to say bye? Come here. Come up. Come up. Say bye, everybody. Bye. Look up there. Say bye. You guys have a good night. Stay safe, be kind, and hopefully, barring anything tragic, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Peace.